So, Hiba, we are here for the quiz. The quiz is related to the osmosis, diffusion, and active transport. Are you ready for it?
Yes,
Okay. So, we will have 10 questions and hopefully you will solve all of them. So, the diagram shows which transport process. Hiba, you can see over here the concentration is low, and on the right hand side, the concentration is high. The particles are moving from low concentration towards the higher concentration, right?
yes,
Or let me give you another example. Suppose you can say that this is like the example of the perfume or air freshener that is concentrated at one portion of the room, right?
yes.
But after some time, it is equally distributed in the whole room. What do you think? What is this process?
Diffusion,
Yeah, very good. This is diffusion. So, which movement is true for this transport process? So you can see in the diagram that over here the concentration is low and here the concentration is high. Still, the particles are moving from the low concentration towards the high concentration. And also, they are utilizing the energy in the form of ATP, right?
yes.
So, what is this process?
Active transport,
Yeah, very good. So, over here, this is osmosis involves the movement of which substance?
water,
Yes, very good. Which process require a semi-permeable membrane? So do you know what is a semi-permeable membrane? Which allows the particles, selected particles to pass through it, right?
yes.
So what do you think which option is correct?
Osmosis and active transport,
Yes, very good. Osmosis and active transport is correct. Which processes are said to be passive? I told you we have two types of processes. The first one is the passive and the second one is the active. So the passive does not require any kind of energy, whereas the passive one required the energy in the form of ATP. Which processes are passive? Okay. So what do you think, Heba?
yes.
What do you think which is a passive process? Passive process means they don't require any kind of energy. They are just like natural process.
Diffusion,
Okay, diffusion does not require any energy, but here we have the diffusion and osmosis options. What do you think about this option? This is correct?
yes,
Yes, this is correct. Osmosis also does not require any energy, and it is actually the movement of waters towards the concentration gradient. Okay, ATP
yes.
is used in. So ATP is only required in.
Active transport,
Very good. It is only required in active transport. Movement of gases in and out of the lungs is an example of. So do you remember I have told you about that how the red blood cells take in the oxygen and carbon dioxide, right?
yes.
So the movement of gases in and out of the lungs is an example of what?
Active transport,
Um, it is actually a type of diffusion. Okay.
yes,
When we inhale air, we take in oxygen, and when we exhale, which means the excrete out air, then it has a high concentration of carbon dioxide. So this is the diffusion. Okay,
yes,
very good. So the sodium potassium pumps on the membrane of the nerve and muscle cells work by which transport method? So here we have the sodium potassium pumps. They are present in the cell membrane to help the sodium and potassium move in and out of the cells. Okay, and also
yes,
they will use energy. just like the carrier proteins. So, what do you think? Which process involves the sodium and potassium pumps? Active transport,
Yes.
just like the carrier proteins, the pumps will work as a carrier proteins. Okay.
Yes.
Uptake of water from the soil into the roots of plants is an example of. So, this is related to water, remember?
Osmosis.
Yes. So, this is the last question. Which statement is false concerning active transport? So, read all the statements. What do you think is the wrong one? So, it uses energy from ATP. Yes, this is true.
Yes.
An active process. This is also true, right?
Yes.
It is not affected by the number of carrier proteins. But Hiba, listen, if they have the large number of carrier proteins, the process will be fast, right?
Yes.
So it is not affected by the number of carrier proteins. I don't think so that this is the correct statement. Okay, let's read the other ones. It occurs against the concentration gradient. This is true. Glucose
Yes.
reabsorption in the kidney tubules is an example of active transport. I told you that the movement of glucose takes place with the help of active transport because glucose is a larger molecule, right?
Yes.
So our answer will be this one. Okay, very good.